Hi, this is Loaf, and this is the officialcharts.com. My new album, Hell in a Handbasket, came out today, and I've made the statement it's the most personal record I've ever done, which is true. And people go, why? Good question. Glad you ask it. Because all the other albums I've ever done have been seen through the eyes of a character. The term Hell in a Handbasket is derived from a saying that I heard my whole life growing up: the world's gone to hell in a handbasket. And for the last 5 years, every 15 minutes almost, I've said, every time I see something on TV or I read something in the newspaper, or I hear the rhetoric or the ideology or all this about different things, I go, oh my God, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket. And so I said, okay, I'm going to call the record Hell in a Handbasket. It originated in the Civil War with a Southern general leading his troops into battle saying, boys, this is going to be hell in a handbasket, meaning we're heading for disaster. It twisted from a 17th century term in the UK called heaven in a wheelbarrow, which was a derogatory comment to someone, which said, go to hell. And that's how the title came about. So, yes, I believe the world is heading for disaster. In so many ways, not just in war or anything like that. I believe that we've lost our humanity and our compassion. And a lot of this record is about humanity and compassion for your fellow man. So this record deals with all of that. It deals with it politically, it deals with it emotionally, and it deals with it personally, because I'm sure that I'm guilty of some of the same things that I'm talking about. So my first song, All of Me, which opens the record, is about tearing down the walls, tearing down these walls you've built up. Don't hide behind them anymore. Let's go back to the truth. It's a lot of metaphors, and I do hit you over the head a couple of times with things like Mad World, or when Chuck D from Public Enemy comes in with Good God's a Woman She Don't Like Ugly. He pretty much hits you over the head with a hammer. And then there's a lot of metaphors like California. People keep going, why did you cover California Dreaming? Because I don't think people have understood the song. The song is about following your dreams and the fact that fear holds you back. And fear holds back a lot of things and causes a lot of things to happen besides someone not following their dreams. Fear and truth are the two things that we need to get rid of. Stop being afraid and start telling the truth, and solve a lot of problems. And then we get into things where people complain about everything, and hopefully there's someone in your life that will come through and say, look, stop complaining about this. There's a lot more important things in life than that. If you look around long enough, you'll see somebody has it a lot worse than you do. And you be thankful for what you have and not what you want. And so that's in a nutshell what the album deals with. And then eventually it says, look, somebody's got to stand in the storm no matter what's going on. And so you're hoping that because we all have leaders of countries, that your leaders of countries will go back to telling the truth, which is what governments don't do. That's why people tend to get upset, is because they don't tell the truth. I'm not sure why they're afraid of panic in the streets. There'll be less panic in the streets. They just tell the truth and deal with it. And there's a song called Blue Sky, which just says we all live under the same blue sky. There's a whole lot of words there that I cannot remember. I wish I could, because and I've sang the first verse. Actually, that's a live version. We were going to re-record it, but the live version, I don't know. It's not vocally perfect, but it was emotionally perfect. So I chose to use it. And then we end. So there's 3 verses to Blue Sky, and inside the sleeve is the second verse printed. And that's it. That's Hell in a Handbasket. It's the most easily accessible record I have ever done. And we're batting 100%, which is the first time in my life, on good reviews for the record. I saw one yesterday that said, I can't say this record's great, but it's good. Because there's just too many nitpicky things. I'm going, okay, so nitpicky things keep it from being great. Well, that's okay. I'll take really good. But I've had great to really good. So there you go. Hell in a Handbasket. Hope you buy it. Thanks.